Hello! So today's tutorial is focusing on using acrylic paint. It's something that a lot of people recommend a lot, so I figured it would be good to go and do a tutorial. I went ahead and baked this mold with E-Squared's Peacock Green, and the mold is from ABC, so I'll link that in the comments. You'll also need the matte acrylic paint. So I have two different brands here. I have Apple Barrel and I have Folk Art. It really doesn't matter the brand. Folk Art's a little bit more expensive. Apple Barrel's more budget, but you just have to make sure that it's matte. And then I also got these tips to screw onto them. So as always, I will link those in the video description. So all you do is you're just going to screw these heads onto your paint bottle. So I really love these. I've tried the extra fine tip paint bottles, but they were just such a pain. It was hard to squeeze the paint out, but the paint fits really perfectly in these because you don't even have to take it out. So for someone that likes skipping steps, it works out great and you don't have to push as hard. So then all you'll do once you have these tips on is you just go through and you just color with each color wherever you would like it to be. Okay, so I'm going to super speed it up because you don't want to sit here and watch me paint it for 5 minutes. But for the skin color, so sometimes these get clogged. So I just grabbed a pin and then you can unclog it pretty quick with that. The skin color I found that I like the best is the light mocha from Apple Barrel. So just so you know, that's that color that I use. And it gives, the nice thing about acrylic paint is it really gives a nice finish over your Freshie, and it's not as translucent, it's not as see-through as sometimes Sharpie paint pens can be. And they're also a lot more versatile because you can paint over black a lot easier, and it just gives better coverage. But I still use my Sharpie paint pens a lot. It really just kind of depends on the project that I'm doing, but I really didn't want to have to worry about trying to paint in all of these tiny fine lines with my paint pens. So for this Freshie in particular, I really liked the acrylic paint. So here you can see that I'm almost done, and then I let the paint sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back through with my paint pens. So here now it's dried, and I prefer to use paint pens for outlining. That's just a personal preference. You could use acrylics, but I've just found that on areas that stick up, I prefer paint pens. It's also a lot faster for me. So I'm going to start with my bold tip, and I'm just going to go over all of the lines. And then I'm going to go through with the fine tip, and I'm going to fill in those lines that are just a little bit smaller. So it's really up to you if you want to outline. I like the look of it outlined, but he also looked good on his own. And then once you're done with the outline, that means that you have him all finished and he is ready for use. Thanks so much for watching. If you have anything that you've been dying to learn or that you need some tips on, then leave it in the comments and I'll add that to my list of videos to make. If you found my videos helpful, please subscribe, and then there's also lots of other tutorials available here on my channel.